So in this video we're going to talk about lines that are parallel to the axis. So axes is the plural of axis, not axis, like I have the picture I've drawn here. But anyway, so what do I mean by lines that are parallel to the axis? I mean a line, oh, no thank you, a line like this. So it's hard to get it perfectly parallel, but a line like that or a line like that, okay? So yeah, we've always been talking about lines that are like this or like that or all sorts of lines, and they're fine getting the equation of those, but what are the equation of lines like this? And that's what we're going to answer in this question here. So it's in this video. So it's actually simple enough. It all depends on where they hit whichever axis they're going through. So this one here, I tried to get it through y is equal to 3, but it didn't actually reach it. But just imagine that it goes through 3 there. This line is going to just be called y is equal to 3. And that's it. Because no matter where you are on the line, y is always equal to 3. So it always is a different x value because it's above a different place of x. But y is always equal to 3. This one here, I got this almost through minus 3. I'm going to call this x is equal to minus 3. Alright? Another kind of weird curveball question they could ask about lines like this are, what are their slopes? So what are the slopes? Okay, the slope of a flat line like this, the slope is equal to 0. Slope is equal to 0 because it's the rise over the run, and the rise is 0, so that means it's going to be 0. The slope of a line like this is actually infinity, so again it's the rise over the run, but the rise is kind of infinity, and then the run is 0, so it doesn't go across at all. So basically, and you're not allowed to do that in maths, that's a big no-no. So basically there is no slope for a line like this. The slope of that is 0, right? That's just one of the other kind of tricks they could ask. And I guess the last one is, we covered it a little bit in the last video, is what's the equation of the line for the x-axis? So the equation of the line for the x-axis, do you remember, if we're counting down, we go 3, 2, 1, 0. So that means this line here is just the x-axis. I'm just going to say is y is equal to 0. And then similarly for the x-axis, if we want to, or for the y-axis, I mean, if we want to go 3, 2, 1, 0. So that means here the equation for the y-axis is x is equal to 0. So they're a bit funny, they're a little bit weird, but I don't think it's too hard once you kind of get over the initial weirdness of them. So if you ever see a line like that, you know that the equation of the line is y is equal to 3. So it just depends about where it hits the axis. Does that make sense? So yeah, I hope it makes sense anyway. In the next video we're going to start looking at the area of a triangle, which is finally kind of moving on from stuff that we did in the junior cert, and we're moving on to new stuff.